What's going on YouTube? Jelani from JelaniTheMarketer.com back again with another video, and in this video I got someone really special. It goes by Alex Hernandez. We actually met over Facebook, and we've been in touch for the last year, I would say, just checking up on each other. So I wanted to bring him on my channel just to explain what he's up to. He's doing some really cool things in the realtor space, so I wanted to kind of get his insight about that. What's up, Alex? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for having me on. I know it's been kind of a long time coming with you, man. It's kind of weird that I feel like I know you so well.
Yeah.
Just because we've been talking all these years.
Exactly.
And then it's the first time I'm actually getting on and talking with you face to face, and so it's kind of cool, man. Technology's crazy. It's crazy that we can get halfway across the United States and chat like this. So I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful.
Yeah. You live in, where do you live? Utah?
St. George, Utah.
Okay.
So it's southern Utah. I'm about 2 hours northeast of Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where I'm from. I was born and raised in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I came up here for school, which I graduate this May, man. So
Sick.
I got my bachelor's degree this May, and I'm done.
Sick.
I'm ready to be done.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand that 100%. We met in the ClickFunnels group, right? I think. Yeah. And
the great funnel hacking live starts today.
I know.
Which I'm not there. I'm really sad. I think I'm making a goal next year to go. I think I'm just gonna dedicate.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm going.
Yeah, I am too. I already made that my mind up. I have to be there. It's insane. But so I'm really excited to hear what you got going on. So I know you. Let's kind of go back to where you started, where we met. We kind of met when you were doing a book funnel, I guess, right? Like a book mentorship funnel type of thing.
Yeah, I think that. So it was unique. It was different, guys. So I'll kind of even go slightly before that.
All right, cool.
I started selling cars.
Okay.
I started slinging cars, right? We have a local dealership here, and I was like, you know what? I had this business idea. I remember it was 2 a.m. My lady's sleeping next to me, and I just kind of had this idea, and I jumped up, right? And my lady thought I had a bad drink. She's freaking out. She's like, are you okay? And I remember to this day, guys, I go, I have the best idea, right? I have the perfect idea. I got to go. So I ran out of the room, run to my office. I have this big whiteboard. And so I just started writing and drawing and getting my ideas out there because there's no way I could sleep, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't working at the car dealership yet. I was actually a personal trainer at the time, and I was kind of getting burned out. So what am I? I had the freedom, so I was tasting some of the entrepreneurship of look, I'm free. I don't have anyone down my back or nothing. But I was just kind of getting over it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go and sell cars, and then I'm going to take all the money I make from selling cars, and I'm going to put it into this business model that I just came up with. And so the business model was called Bookie Books. And what it was an online books rental service. So it was, imagine having an online library, Jelani, where you go on, you create a membership, just like Audible, just like Netflix. And what you do is you go on there, we had hundreds of business, self-development, and entrepreneurship books, hard copy books.
Yeah.
You'd create what we call the read list. So you'd pick 5 books that you want to read, and we would send the first one right to your door. And you would take it out of your box. In the box, it had a bunch of little goodies and stuff, had the return label, and you read it. You could read it in a day, you could read it in a week, you could read it in a year. It doesn't matter because it was a subscription-based model, so you paid monthly for the website. And then when you're done reading, you put the book back in the box, you take it to your mailbox, whatever, and then we automatically send the next one on your list.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is amazing. Nobody's doing this, right? And so I started selling cars in December of 15. I quit selling cars October 28th of 2017, the day I launched Bookie Books. So I launched it. It took me 11 months to take it from concept to buying all the books, building the service, building the website, blah, 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 blah. And then I launched it. And I actually went to another job where I could still pay the bills because you got to be practical, right?
Yeah.
And where I have a little bit more time. And I launched it, and you know what? It just didn't do that good, guys. And I'm going to tell you, it's because I spent all my money building it. Yeah. I didn't have any money for marketing. I had no money to acquire customers. And so I was dragging this thing through the dirt, guys. Literally, I had a $20 marketing budget. Everything else was organic. And as you know how hard that just is, you need to pay to play nowadays. Unless you have some huge following or you're some sort of influencer or have access to that. And I just kind of had a hard time. And people weren't returning the books. they would keep the book.
Yeah.
Because I had a 30-day free trial, and they would just cancel their card, and they would keep the book. And so I was losing some inventory there. But at the end of the day, I don't think I failed. I really do think it had great potential. I just didn't. It wasn't the right time for me to do it. Honestly, I don't think. And the other thing, it wasn't really proven.
Right.
I mean, I did as much market research I could do before. I did surveys. I did all this stuff, and I was like, okay, I think this is gonna work. I put roughly 12 to 15 grand of my own money, so self-funded.
Yeah.
So all the money I made from selling cars, guys, I put into it, right? Anyway, so I actually won the competition that Andy Frisella put on for the review competition. I know Von Kohler really well. So I actually spoke with Andy on the phone, Andy Frisella with First World Nutrition and the MFCO project. I talked to him on the phone for about half an hour, and he's like, dude, how can I help you, Alex? And I'm like, Andy. And I told him, I said, look, a year, because at this point it was one whole year that Bookie was launched and going. And I just really wasn't getting any traction. I would have some flares there, and it just really wasn't getting what I wanted to. And Andy told me, he's like, dude, I would never tell you to quit a business, man. Dude, I'd never, because he said it took me 11 years to start making money.
Yeah.
But you have to know, and you have to know when to stop, right? You have to know when you're going to go, and you have to know when you stop. And you're kind of in the middle, Alex, and you can't ride the middle because you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, okay. So I went the completely opposite way, right? I said, okay, I'm going to stop this business. I'm going to dissolve this business. I graduate school this May, like I was telling you. So I still, in the meantime, we're going to school and getting all this other stuff. And I decided to get into real estate. So I'm actually a mortgage lender. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm a mortgage lender. So what I do is I'm the guy, Jelani, when you're ready to buy a house, you contact me and say, hey, Alex, I want to buy a house. And I can qualify you for based on your income and say, look, man, you can get a house, $500,000 house. Let's do it. And I handle all the financing. I love it. I love it. And it's not that it's my end all be all, because, dude, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, man. Like,
yeah,
the goals and aspirations I have, it's next level. But this is my vehicle, and that's something that when you told me you want to talk to me, I'm like, this is what I really wanted to talk to people about and really pin it in people's heads. It's my vehicle. It's not my end all be all.
Right.
It's my vehicle to get me to the next level, to where I want to be.
Right.
And where I want to be, and this is where the connection happens. My next thing I'm going to start is a property management company.
Mm.
And everyone's like, Alex, why a property management company? That's weird. Well, because if I can start a property management company, I can scale that company, and I start acquiring rental properties under my name, I can create a system. I can create, you know what I mean? I can create a machine that I can then scale my own rental properties because I have the back end to support that growth. And I'm not paying 8 to 10% a month for someone else to manage my properties and stuff. But that's where I want to build my foundation on, is real estate. I love real estate, and that's why I'm a mortgage lender.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't believe in doing anything that you're not going to build the skills to get you where you want to be, even though it's not what you want to do all long term. For example, I know this is kind of a long-winded answer.
No, you're good.
For example, I started selling cars. Not because I wanted to sell cars. I hated selling cars. But because I knew I was going to get the skills. I was going to get the hands-on sales skills in person, literally with live customers.
Yeah.
Learning how to sell things, how to sell cars, what to do, blah, 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 blah. And then I went from there I went to a bank. I was actually at a credit union. And that's where I got introduced with loans, because I was like, again, I want to get in real estate. Where can I go that I can have a base to pay my bills? I can still focus on my business. But at least while I'm spending my 8 hours a day there, I'm learning stuff that's going to benefit me in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was doing that, and then I was like, dang, these mortgage brokers are making real money, man. Like, dude, what the heck, right? Because I was relying on them, because I was working with them. I was kind of a strategic partner with mortgage brokers in town. And I was like, dude, you do the same thing that I do. What, you're getting paid like 10 times the amount I'm getting paid, right?
Yeah.
And so come December, I said, you know what? We had a winter break from school. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my licensing. I'm going to get my hours in. I'm going to take all my stuff. So come January, I can hit the ground running. And so I passed the test. It was really hard. I studied a crap ton, man. It was insane. But now that brings me to where I'm at now, man. We're doing some cool things. And, dude, all the marketing stuff that I learned through ClickFunnels, through, Gary Vee, through, there's too many to even say, right? it's impacting me so much right now because that's who I am at heart, right?
Yeah.
I'm a marketer, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm ready to destroy these guys locally because no one knows how to do it. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm ready to just destroy and dominate, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
So that's my long-winded answer of where we kind of met my story.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing. Now I want to go back to one thing you said. You said the vehicle part, and I think that's something that a lot of people like don't understand. Like, and even me, like I didn't really understand it. But like, even if you hate your 9 to 5, you actually need it to support your dreams and like your endeavors. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people need to understand is like, yes, the dream is to quit the 9 to 5. The dream is to like have that freedom, whatever. But you need money at the end of the day to support whatever you're trying to do. So that's a great lesson.
Yeah.
Going forward in terms of the marketing aspect, how do you see yourself like killing those guys, as you say, like with your marketing techniques? Like, what are you doing that's going to differ yourself from everyone else?
Awesome, man. And that's a great question. And there's a lot of things, and I will kind of hit on a couple small things.
Yeah,
and then I'll talk about the main thing. Main thing is video, man. I'm doing a lot of video. Throughout the skills, I've always liked cameras and stuff, and so I do a ton of video. I built a studio in my house where I can go and I have a backdrop where I can stand in front of the camera, and I do daily videos on my Instagram. And so I'm just building a content. So my content strategy, a lot of video, a lot of educating, which a lot of people are shying away from because there's a lot of compliance in mortgages.
Yeah.
So everything that I have to post, I need to get checked before I can post it, right? And I have to have certain numbers, and I have to have certain disclaimers on everything I post, which a lot of people shy away from because they're like, that's too much work, right, already. But this is the golden nugget, man. And I actually, the funniest thing, I was listening to Gary Vee's podcast, the Agent 2021 podcast, when he was out in Florida. You know how he typically he'll go to the event and he'll post it like a month later?
Yeah.
Well, I had some friends that were actually at the event. And what I'm doing here in town, and this is where it's kind of funny, and this is where I kind of knew I was on the right track. I don't have my backpack on me. I bought a microphone, a Bluetooth wireless microphone. You might have seen some of the videos, Jelani. And what I do is I have a microphone, and I reach out to these guys, and I say, hey, you're a business owner here in St. George, Utah. I want to take 60 seconds of your time. I would love to come to you, interview you, highlight your business. I never once talk about mortgages. So they say, okay, yeah, great. This is awesome. I go over, and I say, okay, let's knock this interview out real quick. This is the one question. I say, hey, everyone, this is Alex Hernandez with Academy Mortgage, and I'm here today with Jelani.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I say, Jelani, what is blah, 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 blah? And I highlight their business, man. And it's so crazy because after the fact, this is where the magic happens. I sit down and I take more of I take almost like a counselor or an advisory role with them. Say, hey, what do you guys do with your marketing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you doing Facebook ads? Are you doing this? Are you doing video? Like, guys, video is where it's at. Are you doing audio? What's going on? And a lot of people aren't. They're just not, right?
Yeah. And
it's cool because I'm creating these micro relationships with these influencers in town. I'm creating these relationships with these business owners in town. And just like you do on a large scale on Instagram where you're reaching out to influencers, I'm doing the same thing, except I'm doing it on a much smaller scale because it's here in my area.
Right.
My little town. And I'm slowly becoming the authority figure in this town because people are seeing my face pop up on this person's Instagram, this person's Facebook. And it's just crazy that the kind of reach that I'm getting just here in town where people are coming up to me in the gym like, hey, dude, you're Alex, man. You actually interviewed one of my friends that owned Cool Cryotherapy the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what I mean? And so that's number one. That's the biggest nugget, guys, is doing exactly what you're doing, Jelani. Collaborating. Yep. Collaborations, like it's tried and true. Like YouTube. YouTube is built on collaborations, right? Like what we're doing here. Like collaborations is number one. That's the number one thing that I'm doing that no one else is doing because I'm gonna tell you why. People have a scarcity mindset. People are scared. They're like, well, that therapy place isn't in my niche. Why would my people that are watching me about mortgages want to care about a therapy place?
Right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like your people might need that or they might like that. Like You know what I mean? And so I'm not even, I'm building the content, but I'm really looking for the relationships, man. The relationships is where the gold is. I'm telling you. And a lot of people are surprised because even like my people in my office and stuff, they're like, dude, Alex, you're rolling fast because, you know, typically we tell people 6 months before they get their first deal, right? And I'm already closing on my 4th deal.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and it's only been 2 months.
That's
like,
insane.
You know what I mean? It's like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And so we're just rolling, dude. And that's a big reason. So that's number 1. And then number 2, for more of a viable thing, I would say like my website. So this is another thing that I was really thinking about, and this goes back to ClickFunnels. This goes back to creating funnels and marketing. I ditched the traditional website. I said, screw it. I don't know about you, Jelani, but my philosophy about website before was like, okay, my website is my world. It's my one-stop shop that has my podcast, has my YouTube videos, has my blog, has everything in one spot.
Right.
Well, dude, screw that. They get all that content from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like, you know what I mean? So I said, let's create a funnel, man. Let's create a website funnel.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's doing this either that I've seen, especially here where I live. My website is just one funnel. And there's you go onto the homepage, and you can pull it up when you're done with this, man. Like I said, it's cool because I learned this stuff from ClickFunnels. You go, hey, my name is Alex Hernandez. I'm here to make your life a breeze, blah, blah, blah. So I've worked on some copy. You scroll down and said, here's my 3 areas of expertise. That's it. There's no other links on the page. There's 3 links. First-time home buyer, existing homeowner, and selling your home. Let's say you're a first-time home buyer, Jelani. You click on it. It's a 6-video. I completely took away all the friction. A 6-video course or series from beginning to end of the loan process. And there's no friction. I took away all the friction. They don't have to opt in. They don't have to give me their email. They don't have to do anything. But it all takes me down the funnel into scheduling an appointment with me. And I'm teaching them. And I'm training my client down the line through all 6 of those videos, where at the end of watching all the videos, they know exactly what to bring me in terms of documentation. They know exactly what, you know what I mean? They know what to expect.
Exactly.
I'm training them to, hey, look, come to me. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 main things that I'm doing, man, that, you know, if you're not collaborating, you're seriously missing out, and it does not take that much effort.
Yeah, it really doesn't. All you got to do is reach out on Facebook. or you know,
the hardest thing
give them a call.
Is being out to people, and then they're sometimes nervous. They're like, well, I'm kind of camera shy, or I'm this. And I'm like, okay, like there's nothing I can't make you, like,
right.
But if you just keep trying, it's a numbers game, man. It's a numbers game. So you get, after every 10 people you reach out to, you get 3. But those 3 could have been the ones that link you up with the $1 million agent here in town, right? Or the $1 million buyer that's looking for houses from California to come here. Like, dude, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So it's like, why focus on the things you're not getting instead of just creating that relationship genuinely and creating those good relationships? Because if you plan on being around for a while, Jelani, if you plan on being around here for a while, which I know you do, then why are people rushing it? Why are people trying to take shortcuts? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Well, I think it has a lot to do with, I think we're in a generation of like, you need like instant gratification. So like when that instant gratification doesn't happen, it kind of just deters you from like seeing that something is possible. You know what I mean? So I think that has a lot to do with social media as well. Like people like comparing themselves to other people and like, you know, like, oh, I see that this person's made X, Y, Z. Like, how come I can't do it? And I'm trying to, you know, follow the same steps. It's like, well, he's on a different journey than you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's like, why even waste your energy thinking about that?
Yeah.
Like mentally, you're draining yourself mentally. Like, guys, this is our number 1 asset right here.
Yeah.
This is our number 1 asset. Our bodies are number 2. So if you guys aren't treating it such, you're not taking care of your mind.
Right.
And that's different for everybody. Some people are like, hey, I don't work until 10 a.m. because that 7 a.m. to 9:50 is my time to focus on here. Great, right? Like, you got to learn yourself, and it comes down to just being self-aware, knowing what works best for you, and taking care of this first. And that is the number 1 detriment, dude. That's the killer seed. That's like putting the poison in the root. It's going to kill everything. Because if this isn't right, nothing else is going to be right.
Absolutely.
But talking about instant gratification, because what made me think, and I said, no, it's funny. When you said that, in a weird way, I still get instant gratification. Because when I leave that business, and they're like, dude, I'm going to start doing videos. I'm a CPA, and people think being a CPA is boring, I'm gonna start doing videos to change that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm stoked. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Like, yes, that's what you're doing. And then I'm like, let me support you. Every video you post, I'm gonna be the first person to like it. I'm gonna be the first person to share it. Like, I want to support you. And then also, it gives me accountability with them. I'll see him at lunch next time. I'm like, hey, dude, where's your videos at? I haven't seen your videos, bro. Like, what's going on? Or, hey, I like your video. You're doing really good. And that's where I get my instant gratification. And then when I send them that video of me interviewing them, dude, it's cool. It's really gratifying. And there's actually one more thing I want to tell you, man. There's another
go
thing
for it.
I just got onto that I think is huge. So those videos that I do, where I interview local businesses, I have another business that I interviewed. That's how I got in with them, and I created an amazing relationship with them. Well, they're actually going to start paying me to sponsor those videos. So now I'm going to say, hey, everyone, this is Alex Hernandez with Academy Mortgage. This post is sponsored by blank. They're going to pay me per video.
Yeah.
Well, now guess what? That gives me another leg to stand on when I'm going out to business owners and say, look, I'm running ads to these posts. So now you're going to benefit. I'm going to benefit from the exposure. The company that's sponsoring is going to benefit.
Right.
It's a win-win. I'm not putting my own money behind it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest issue, dude.
Yeah.
Russell Brunson said, whatever company can put more money in to acquire a customer will always win.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
So how are you going to get your money back out? Right?
Right. Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, if I'm not paying for these ads, great. I'm going to run ads all day long, bro, all day. Dude, everyone in St. George is good. I want to be a household name here. Like, they're going to be like, oh, real estate? Alex.
Yeah. And yeah.
Or,
you're making, you're essentially, you're building your tribe, like, and it's kind of online and offline, which is really cool because a lot of people focus online, but you're kind of doing it offline, which I think is really powerful.
Yeah. And I'm using online as an anchor and as social proof.
Yeah.
For these businesses. Because these businesses, I'm like, hey, my name's Alex. I'm a mortgage lender here in St. George. I highlight businesses. I want to talk with you. Here's an example.
Right.
And then they go to my Instagram page and they're like, wow, dude, in 2.5 months, I've interviewed roughly 20 people.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's a lot of people in 2 months, bro.
That is. That's almost, that's pretty crazy.
It's crazy, man. And it's cool because they're like, that just gives them, they know what to expect. And they're typically more comfortable with me when I show up. And that's bleeding into other areas of my life. That's bleeding into me getting more loans. That's me getting more production because I'm creating the relationships first.
Right.
And I'm being genuine, man. I don't want anything from anybody, man. I mean, I really don't want anything. I have no expectations. I want nothing. And I have to. And sometimes people are skeptic. They're like, this guy is like a fast-talking guy that's like, you trying to sell me something.
Right.
I'm like, I'm really not. Like, I'm just trying to be your friend.
Right.
Because I know I see value in it. I see the value in you supporting me, saying Alex is a good guy to your friend who might need a mortgage loan because they're going to come to me because they trust you.
Right. Exactly.
That's all I want, man. Yeah. Like, I just want to love everybody.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that. Yeah. People trust who their friends trust. So like if you can gain that person's trust, word of mouth is so powerful. So I think that's a really cool and powerful. Yeah. Like that little sentence is really powerful because a lot of people, I don't think they understand that like your presence and how people interpret you, and that goes a long way because that word will go to someone else, and then that will kind of influence how they think of you, even though they may not have met you. So that's really really key. That's really key. But wow, you're doing some crazy stuff. I didn't even know, guys. I had no idea what he was doing. So it's like mind blowing to like hear all of this. But it's absolutely astonishing that you have you're finding your tribe and you're going out there and just crushing it. And kind of just supporting your dreams while you're doing it. So I give you 100% kudos, man. On that, really really stoked for you. So
Thanks,
what's coming up in the future? Like you're gonna keep doing what you're doing now, but like do you see yourself opening something on the side, like like another online thing, or are you just gonna focus on the property management side of it? And also, like, how long do you think that will be? Like, how long do you think it will take you to actually start that property management ordeal?
Yeah, That's a good question. So, okay, I'm going to I'll tell you guys honestly. I'll be completely honest. My biggest weakness as an entrepreneur, as a man, is I like everything.
Yeah.
Guys, I like starting businesses. I like that moment of waking up and being like, I have this idea. My eyes are all big. Me drinking some caffeine, and I'm just like, that's what I like. I love that so much.
You love creating.
First question. I'm not going to focus on anything else right now. I'm going to focus on my mortgage business for the next 24 to 36 months without any distraction.
Yeah.
And the reason why, and it goes back to this being my vehicle, guys. There's no income limitations with being a mortgage lender.
Yeah.
None. Dude, I know some mortgage brokers who made $800,000 last year. Last year, take home.
Yeah.
They took home $800,000.
Right.
That's a lot of money, dude. Like, that's a lot of money, and you need money. Like, money's not everything, right? Like, you don't breathe for oxygen, or you don't live for oxygen, right? But you need oxygen to live,
right?
I love that quote because it's so true, and that's the same thing with money. You know, you don't live for money, but you need money to live.
Right.
And I need money to fuel my other ventures. And what my goal is long term, bro. I'm going 20 years from now. My goal in the next 10 years is to build my foundation, a strong foundation on real estate. I want to own 20 to 30 rental properties where I'm cash flowing that every single month. My property management company, honestly, is not there to make a ton of money. My goal is to break even on that property management company, pay my employees in that company really, really well, so they're really happy. I build a strong culture, and that property management company manages all of my properties.
Right.
Whether that's single family, multifamily, I want to get into hotels and motels. Like, I want to build my foundation on real estate. So when I'm 35, when I'm 40 years old, guys, I have 20, 30 grand cash flow coming in every month. Well, guess what then? I can then take that cash and I want to start companies. That's all I want to do. I want to hire a small team around me being the focal point, having a marketer, having my legal staff, having my accounting staff. And what we do, there's going to be 8 to 10 of us, and we sit there and we say, okay, what idea can we come up with? What are we going to start? Then what we do is we take that from beginning to end to where we can then scale it to a point where we either sell it or we hire employees and move them down into an office where they're housed there. Right. I hire a CEO there. I move on to the next thing with my team. Yeah. Right? Like, that's what I want to do. I love that, guys. I'm nervous, to be honest. I'm nervous when I actually start making real money that I'm not going to be happy. Yeah. Like, I'm nervous that I'm going to be like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm an operator yet. I don't know. I'm young. I'm 23 years old. So I have a long time to figure that out. But that's a serious fear for me that I'm like, okay, I grew this company to $10 million. Now what, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get bored, and I like taking it from idea to actually scaling it and growing it, and I love it the most. So, and things might change, but that's what my plan is. Next 20 years, 10 years to 20 years that's my only plan. So the short term, the way I'm going to get there is I'm going to take this vehicle, like I said, and I'm going to maximize it, man. I'm going to squeeze every ounce out of it. I would love my goal. I have a little mantra. Oh, you're on my phone. I have a mantra. It's called 24-1. And that's 24 months to be the #1 loan officer in St. George, Utah. Well, in 36 months, that is 36-1 in all of Utah. Like all of Utah, not just my town. And guys, that's an 8-figure gig. Like, I could make $1 million. I can do this for the rest of my life and be happy.
Right.
But I want to do other stuff, and that's what I want to do. But in the short game, dude, long story short, I'm going to focus on this because I think I'm carving out my little niche. I'm learning along the way, man. I'm still doing marketing stuff. Well, it's all marketing, right? It's all marketing. It's all branding and stuff, and I love it. I love it. So that's what I'm going to do in the short term. Plan on this. Stay focused.
Yeah.
If you guys have not read The One Thing, that book has changed my life.
Yeah.
Because I was the guy that was going from idea to idea to idea. Bookie Books was my longest business that I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with this. And I did it for 2 years, a little under 2 years. And yeah, man, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's sick. That sounds great. And I'm just so excited to see like where you go and keep checking in on you. Alex, did you make $10,000 this month yet? You're gonna see messages and you're making you accountable.
Tell me, bro.
But thank you so much for joining me on this call. It's been a really eye opener to like kind of see what you can do in terms of finding your own niche, carving your own niche out. A lot of people are trying to just copy what other people are doing, but it's okay to kind of figure out things for yourself and kind of go out there and just crush it. Which is exactly what you're doing. So again, thank you so much. Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, leave a comment down below. And if Alex, if anyone has questions, they can hit you up, right? I would assume. Like
absolutely.
Right.
And guys, go to my go on to my mortgage page. I'll give everything to you, man. Not because I want you guys to do a loan with me, because you have to live here to do that. But you guys can go funnel hack my stuff.
Yeah.
And if you, hey Alex, I like this, but I think it'd be better. I'm so open-minded. I'm like, oh, that was a good idea, or I don't know if I really like that.
Yeah.
So absolutely, guys, dude, please check out my stuff. Go to my website. You can see how I structure that funnel. And you can go to my Instagram, go to my Facebook, because this is only the beginning, and it's gonna just grow and grow and grow. And it'd be really cool to see what it's like now, and then compare 12 months from now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Really cool.
Absolutely. So I'll give a link in the comment sections below, so you can go check that out. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, Alex.